Good morning. This is America's teacher, Casey Noland. Today we're going to be talking about the 13 colonies. I think in order to understand the Virginia Plan, the New Jersey Plan, the Articles of Confederation, you've got to understand that we didn't have 50 states back then like we do now. We had 13 colonies. Now, a colony was basically what? You could say like an experiment of the crown. So in other words, the King of England was across here, way across the Atlantic, right? And settlers came to the New World, and then they said, okay, like let's take Pennsylvania, for instance. All right, William Penn says, I want to be there. I want to set up a colony. You're still under the government of the crown, but you're your own entity. You can make up your own rules. You can make up your own charter, and then that charter is approved by the king and parliament, and then you kind of operate a little bit like your own little country, but you're under their guidance and rule. I didn't do the greatest job on that. But does that make sense? So they start out like 13 little countries. And that kind of leads to some other historical things we need to talk about later. So here's the Gulf of Mexico. Here's Florida. Okay, the Caribbean. Here, just to give you some bearing, here's the Great Lakes, right? So 13 original colonies that were loyal or part of, really they're part of England, right? So I call this the wall. Right along here was the mountains known as the Appalachian Range, okay? This is the Ohio River Valley over here, which joins up with the Mississippi, and all the water flows this way from westward. But this direction, all the rivers flow out to the Atlantic. And this was Indian territory. So no settlers really went past what I call the wall, the Appalachians. All right, the 13 colonies, let's see if I can do them. I can come pretty close. Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, of course, Virginia, Maryland, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware. Okay, it doesn't go up into Maine and Vermont. I'm not even sure why those are showing on this, because it's supposed to be a 13 colonies map. Here's a little bit better map. Okay, so this shows the actual U.S. today. So we're just talking about this region: Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New York, New Hampshire. I forgot New York last time. How can I forget New York? Okay, that's your 13 colonies. And thank you for listening today, and we'll see you back next time. To talk more about bicameral, unicameral, and we'll talk about the New Jersey and Virginia Plan next.